Hello YouTube. Today I'm going to be talking about, actually I have no idea what I'm going to be talking about. I'm still new to YouTube, so let me introduce myself. I think I said it before in my other videos. I'm the owner of Betty May. I make cosmetics, but I'm not quite ready to show my products yet. It's not just a cosmetics channel, it's also a channel about me just discussing things, whatever the case may be. Like I said, I'm still new to this, so I'm still learning. One of the things that if you notice in my background, you'll see there's a big framed picture of Michael Jackson, and it's got a quote. It says, "If you enter this world knowing you are loved and you leave this world knowing the same, then everything that happens in between can be dealt with." And it's a very important quote for me because I've been through a lot of things in life, and so therefore it inspires me, and it also helps me to basically just be positive and all that kind of stuff. I am not ashamed to admit it, but I am a massive Michael Jackson fan, and anyone who doesn't like him can go stuff themselves, so I don't really care. I personally think he was the greatest artist of all time. I actually had an argument with someone who was a Beatles fan, and then I told her, I said, well, actually, you know what, Michael Jackson owned the Beatles catalogue. Then she started playing Beatles music. I think it was to try and piss me off. But anyway, but the thing is, if you look at the facts in terms of sales and biggest selling album of all time and all that kind of stuff, then you'll see that Michael Jackson really was the best. So, I'm sure Beatles and Elvis fans would disagree, but that's just my opinion, and also the facts in terms of sales and things speak for themselves. My other favorite band is a band called Hanson. Now I know everyone remembers them from the MMMBop days, and that people used to make fun of me in school, and even to this day people are like, oh, Hanson. But let me tell you a little something. When they first came out, we only get stuff much later here, and we're quite backwards here in South Africa. But anyway, what happened was I was always a fan, and I always knew that somehow, somewhere, and I didn't know how or when or anything, but I always knew that one day I was going to meet them. Now, Taylor Hanson's always been my favorite of the three. They're all hot, but Taylor's my favorite one. And anyway, so what happened was in June 2013, sorry, that's just my curtain. In June 2013, there was they were selling tickets online for a show in December of 2013 in London. Now, I live in South Africa. So anyway, my mum was in England at the time, and I said, you know what, Mum, just buy the tickets. I didn't know how I was going to get a plane ticket there. I didn't know how I was going to make it happen. And on the website, they had a win a meet and greet thing, so you could enter this competition to win the chance to meet them. I'd have just been happy with the concert, but anyway. So then what happens was I entered the competition for all the areas. Birmingham, I think it was Manchester, Cardiff and London, and I don't know where the other venues were. And then about 2 weeks before I was due to leave, because I managed to save the money. I managed to get the money somehow. God knows how I got it, but I did somehow. And so anyway, so then I went to the 2 weeks before. My mum sent me a message. She said, you know what, you've won. I was like, what did I win? She's like, no, you won you're meeting Hanson, but it's for Cardiff. So I was like, but I'm going to the show in London. So she emailed them and said, look, can they change the thing to the London, because that was the show I was going to. And they said, okay, sure, yeah, whatever. And it was exciting and amazing, and also kind of awkward and scary at the same time. It was a whole bundle of emotions. I got there early. Then they came out, it was around 3 o'clock, I think. They always do a half-a-mile walk just before the show. So they did that, and I got like really close to them, and I was, because you walk with them. And anyway, what happened was there was a Isaac Hansen was in front of me with some. There was a whole bunch of fans and stuff, and I said to somebody next to me, I said, you know what? I took 2 8-hour flights to get here, and I waited 16 years to see them. It was worth everything. And Isaac turns around and he's like, "Hi guys," and I was like, "Oh God, he heard me." And then when it came my chance to meet them, I went through. I got like to go through first or whatever with some other fans at one, and Taylor was the first one. He put his hand out to. Apparently, Taylor likes big boobs, which I seriously do have, and they're natural too. And so anyway, so Taylor he reaches out his hand, and I gave him it was like a little bag with, it had a copy of one of my songs I recorded, which I think is a crap song, but anyway, I didn't write the song, so it's fun. And then some stuff I'd been asked by another Hansen fan to bring, and a couple of other things, and I bought him a SA flag, because I live in South Africa, unfortunately. And anyway, so I was like, I got you a present, and I wrote you a letter, and then embarrassingly enough, I said, which I'm sure you're probably not going to read. I don't know if they ever did, actually. But he signed my phone cover, and then Zach signed my phone. But Zach was like very businesslike, and Taylor, I wasn't sure like what he was thinking. And then I was talking to Isaac. I don't know if it was Isaac or Taylor, but one of them, I told them about the 8-hour flights and the 16 years of waiting to meet them. I would have just been happy with the concert. Meeting them was a bonus. And then Isaac was like, "So, are you from South Africa?" And I was like, "Yeah, I live there, yes. I'm actually British, but I live here." So he was like really friendly. I think he'd make an awesome boyfriend. He may not be the best looking of the bunch, but damn, I mean, he's a nice guy. Zach was very kind of business. I felt like he was a bit off, actually. Anyway, one of the things that happened, I'll show you the phone cover, and something else I got as well. Oh, that's not the... is it the phone cover? No, it's not. Sorry, 1 second. My room is like a super mess, but anyway. So it got a bit faded, but this is their autographs, Isaac, Taylor and Zach. I don't know if you can see it. And then while the show was actually on, and I saved it in a little packet, Isaac Hansen threw one of his guitar picks out into the crowd. And this is a very funny part, because I was in the front, and I caught his guitar pick, which I didn't actually catch it. It actually landed in my handbag. And then what also happened was I had this banner, and it said, "I flew all the way from South Africa to see you." And I was holding it up during the concert or whatever. And I was right in front of Taylor by the stage. And Zach was playing drums. And and he looked up and he saw the banner, and he's like smiling at me. He's like, "Yeah," or whatever. But, when I got my photo taken, I was pissed off because this guy had met them the day before in Birmingham, and he stood next to Taylor, and I wanted to stand between Taylor and Zach. So it was Taylor, first it was somebody else, then Taylor, then him, then myself, then Isaac, and then somebody else. But what happened was, and I was peed off, there was a group photo, but anyway, what happened was then Zach came between Taylor, myself and the guy. So it was Zach on my right side and Isaac on my left-hand side. And I must say, Zach is damn nice. I touched his bum, and I also, I'm a Taylor fan, but jeepers, I had my arm around him, and he had his arm around my waist or whatever. And damn, he is one hell of a fun guy. I mean, I know they're all married and they got kids, but I can still look. There's no harm with looking. And Not a bad start whatsoever. Even Isaac's not too bad himself either. I mean, he's not my favorite. I'm more of a Taylor fan, but I almost converted to a Zach fan because he was looking very, very, very nice. But Zach was a little bit. I felt he was very businesslike, so I didn't know what he was thinking, or Taylor for that matter. Isaac was the most friendly. I think Isaac would be the coolest out of the lot in terms of a boyfriend. But Taylor's pretty hot. Well, I can only dream. My other dream guy. Well, my favorite band is Hanson, but my favorite male singer is Michael Jackson, and this is gonna sound weird to non-fans or whatever, but I even think Michael Jackson's hot. I don't know. I got weird taste in men, and he is. Whew, he's hot, and he checks all the boxes. You know, he's got the looks, he's got the personality, he's certainly got the moves and the voice, and he's got everything basically. I know he's dead, but you know, well, so they say. But he's still nice. They're all nice. I like all of them. And then, of course, my favorite singer is Amy Winehouse, and I'm friends with her mom, who is such a lovely lady. I never met Amy, but my friend did. Long time ago. In fact, she liked my friend's dress, and she borrowed my friend's lipstick, and she asked to accompany my friend on stage because my friend sings as well. And in fact, her song, sometimes it is in one of my other videos, the Life as We Know It video, under Kim Clements. So check it out. It's pretty awesome.